The United Arab Emirates has suspended all the trade, commercial exchanges and financial transactions with Iran until further notice, citing escalating regional tensions and growing security concerns. Well, the decision came after the UAE accused Iran of firing 2 ballistic missiles towards maritime shipping routes near its territory, adding to the growing tensions across the Gulf. And the UAE Foreign Ministry Communications Director Afra Al-Hameli said that the suspension was announced in light of the regional escalation, which the UAE said was threatening regional and international peace and security. Well, the move puts a significant part of the UAE's economic and financial dealings with Iran on hold. And the announcement came shortly after residents received an emergency phone alert warning of a potential missile threat. People were instructed to immediately seek shelter in the nearest secure building, and the alert was lifted soon afterwards and was the first such warning in several weeks. And according to the UAE authorities, air defense systems detected 2 ballistic missiles launched from Iran. And officials said that 1 missile fell outside the UAE's territorial waters while the second fell within them. A subsequent assessment indicated that the missiles were targeting maritime navigation and eventually fell into the sea. Iran has strongly denied the allegations, and Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail categorically rejected the UAE's claim that Tehran had launched missiles towards the nation, calling the accusation harmful to regional trust and security efforts. Well, the latest incident comes amid a wider regional conflict involving Iran and the US, with the Strait of Hormuz emerging as a major flashpoint. Well, the strategic waterway is one of the world's most important energy routes, and ships leaving UAE ports must pass through it to reach international waters. Iran has warned that the Strait of Hormuz will remain closed until it reaches a peace agreement with the US. And any prolonged disruption could affect global oil supplies, shipping and energy markets. And the UAE has faced significant security threats since the Middle East conflict began on February 28. Well, according to the UAE authorities, nearly 3,000 missiles and drones were directed towards the nation, making it one of the most heavily targeted states in the region. Tensions had temporarily eased after a memorandum of understanding came into effect in June, and during that period, the UAE reported no attacks, even as other Gulf states face security threats. However, that understanding has since collapsed, raising fears of renewed escalation. The UAE has also reported repeated incidents involving tankers belonging to state-owned Abu Dhabi National Oil Company in recent weeks, and further attacks on energy infrastructure or commercial shipping could have wider consequences for international trade and global energy markets. While the latest emergency warning follows previous alerts, and the UAE issued a false alarm in June and another warning in July linked to an attack that ultimately did not enter UAE territory. And before that, the last missile warning had been issued in early May, and the decision to suspend trade and financial dealings with Iran marks a significant diplomatic and economic escalation, and the UAE and Iran have historically maintained important commercial ties, making the move potentially consequential for business and financial institutions in both the nations. Well, the development also comes as hopes for renewed US-Iran diplomacy remain low, and US President Donald Trump said that there were no ongoing talks between Washington and Tehran and no plans for negotiations at present. And with diplomatic efforts stalled, tensions around the Strait of Hormuz rising and both the sides trading accusations, concerns are growing that the conflict could spread further across the Gulf. And for now, the UAE has halted economic and financial dealings with Iran, while Tehran denies launching missiles towards the UAE, leaving the region facing renewed uncertainty over security, shipping and energy supplies. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.